Hi there, this is John from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program. This is the show where I like to share tips, tools and ideas in commercial real estate brokerage around the world. You've come to the right place. The audience is large and I like to talk about sales, leasing and property management across office, industrial and retail property. The website to contact us is commercial-real-estate-training.com. When you visit the website, make sure you join our community online so that we can send you all of the resources, PDF reports, checklists, charts, templates, all to do with commercial real estate that you can use in your location. So let's get on with the program. Of course, grab a coffee, grab your notebook and listen to the ideas that I share with you today to help you grow and thrive as a broker and agent in your location. Catch you soon at the end of the program. Hi there, it's John from Commercial Real Estate Online. Welcome to the program. In this particular topic, I want to take you down into retail shopping centre performance, the strategies behind that, and also the leasing factors that you can control and optimise over time so that your shopping centre tenancy mix and the overall property performance when it comes to income streams can be improved through good controls and taking the opportunities that exist right now in that property today. So it is time to grab your notebook, get ready for the program, and of course go through the program understanding the 10 points or so that I am sharing here. As a special note, I will be putting the link to this particular article on the post, the audio post, so you can check out the article and print it off. So visit the website and get a print off of the article ready to use when you next look at the challenges of a new shopping centre that you're leasing and or managing. Let's get on with the program and I'll catch you at the other end. So here are some tips for retail shopping centre leasing managers. When you consider a retail shopping centre as an investment property, you will know that it's very busy when it comes to customer and tenant activity. And of course, that can create some volatility when it comes to the property itself over time. And that is where the centre manager and the leasing manager become important components to ensure the stability of the income stream, occupancy, and of course, lowering the risk when it comes to vacancies. It's important to ensure that the tenant mix, of course, in the shopping centre is stable and well balanced. There are many pressures on tenants today, of course. The business community, the economy is changing, as will the retail shopping centre spend when it comes to customers. And that is a major threat to retail property performance. A landlord can have the best retail property in the local area, but if tenants cannot pay the rent, there is a key problem at the base of property performance and growth. And that is where the centre manager and the leasing manager need to work with the variables to ensure that the property remains active, enticing, attractive to customers, and of course the rent is then paid successfully so. So what is retail property performance? Here is a list of ideas to give you to consider when it comes to retail property performance in a shopping centre, and of course finding new tenants for your tenancy mix. Number 1, what tenants are successful in the retail property now, and how are they encouraged to grow as a business? A successful tenant is likely to stay on in occupancy in the shopping centre, in the retail property for the longer term. It is far too costly for them to move and relocate to other premises. So not only that, the tenant could lose its customer base in the move. So look for those tenants that are successful in the property now and understand why that is the case. Number 2, what leases are threats to the income in the property in the coming 12 months? Look for the lease expiry profiles, the dates, and also look at the rent reviews and the pressures on expansion or contraction of particular tenancies. Some tenants will need to relocate, expand or contract. Look for those pressure points early so you can do something about them. Number 3. Could the common area be modified to include some smaller kiosk-type tenants? Coffee shops and food outlets are but one choice, of course. You could also consider small booth or pop-up type tenants across many retail segments. In other words, you can use the common area more effectively by filling the space with extra pop-up tenants. Number 4. How is the major tenant tracking in sales and growth? Is it working? Any and all major tenants should be regularly spoken with regards their levels of trade and sales. Watch their levels of stock and customer numbers coming through the property. And of course that will involve an assessment of customer numbers at the doorways, they are the door counters, and how those people are moving towards the anchor tenants. Number 5. Any smaller destination type tenants will bring people to your property. Those smaller tenants are attractive in different ways. They are usually smaller family businesses, but they do have factors of attraction that you can use. Now those tenants should be placed in locations that create foot traffic through the property past the other specialty tenants. So tenant placement in the mix, the tenancy mix, is so important to make a retail property successful. Number 6. Is the major anchor tenant well matched to the specialty tenants or vice versa? The leases for anchor tenants are usually quite long. That being said, you really do need to work with the anchor tenant to ensure their continuous integration in the property and with the other tenants around them. Get them involved with the specialty tenants on a regular basis. Consider the marketing campaigns across the property with the anchor tenant and with the specialties. Consider the anniversaries annually of different carnivals or festivities for the location that can be carried into the property with some marketing strategy. For example, Easter or some tourism type related festivity, perhaps Christmas time, whatever it is. Number 7. What parts of the property should be upgraded or refurbished to maintain property presentation? In a retail property, it is necessary to do upgrades regularly to keep the property looking good and attract customers. These upgrades should be balanced with lease renewals and lease expiries. Now that being said, the maintenance of a retail property is usually time intense and expensive, and that's because simply so many people go through the property each day. That means the common areas, the toilets, the entranceways, the doorways, they all get a good degree of high intense demand and use. That's where the maintenance needs to be thought about, and of course that's why maintenance in a retail property is more expensive than perhaps an office property and certainly an industrial property. So number 8. Local businesses in other retail properties may be good candidates for relocations to your retail property. Visiting the other properties, shopping centres, checking out the tenancy mix is wise. Understand the vacancy factors in those properties as well to see if you can learn anything from the tenancy mix and how those vacancies are being handled, or whether the vacancies are taking over as a pressure point in those particular properties. Now, most retail properties will have vacancies, I get that. But it is a management process, a leasing strategy to resolve those challenges. Number 9. Ask the visiting customers to your shopping centre what they want in the tenancy mix. Customers will always give you positive feedback and ideas to work with, perhaps even some weaknesses. Either way, you learn something. Ask the customers and do it quarterly or 6 monthly, and do it as part of a marketing review. You can get a professional marketing person or program to do that for you on different days of the week, considering that customers come to your property on different days of the week depending on their shopping patterns and of course their economy and or their income streams. The last point, number 10. Talk to the existing tenants regularly in your property. It is surprising what they see on a weekly basis that could be a good strategy to merge into your retail property business plan. Now, every shopping centre should have a business plan, and those business plans should be updated every year, ready for the coming financial period. And they can be tuned monthly or quarterly as the time dictates or as circumstances change within the retail shopping patterns of customers and also how the economy may be changing locally. So what would be in the retail property business plan? Well, here are some ideas, and of course there are many other ideas in other articles that you can look into and shape into your business plan. But what would they be? The leasing strategy, the tenancy mix, the vacancy leasing plan, the income streams, the rent review profiles, the lease expiry profiles, the capital works programs, the outgoings costs, the lease documentation, the good tenants, the bad tenants, the tenant movement plans. That all goes into a retail property business plan. So I've actually mentioned 10 different things here to help you with retail property performance and particularly shopping centre leasing and management. Now, if you are a shopping centre manager or leasing person, these ideas will help you look around and see the things before they become pressure points. As a special note here, I'm always a good advocate of focusing into the critical dates calendar for the tenancy mix across the property and making sure that I'm looking at that calendar over the next 18 months to 2 years. That means every critical date in every lease for every tenant will be understood and strategized into the retail property business plan so that if I was the centre manager, I could take steps early to ensure that problems were solved, renegotiated, tenants were moved around, leasing aspects were improved, vacancies were resolved. That's the overall strategy. A shopping centre is a very busy property. It does require good skill from the leasing manager and the centre manager. Now, all professional retail leasing experts and retail property managers understand the unique nature of their property and investment type. You can do the same. When you specialise in a retail property and or shopping centre, you can provide real, deep and significantly relevant retail property solutions for the landlords that need your help. That's the idea. That's how you improve your services for retail property owners and landlords. That is the solution. And so that was the program for today. Some good things to understand there when it comes to leasing and managing retail properties, shopping centres particularly. If you specialise in management and also leasing of those special types of properties, then you can provide real, deep and relevant shopping centre services for the landlords that you serve. So as I said earlier, go through this program, pick up on the 10 points, learn them, and build your checklist for working with shopping centres over time. And as a special note, a reminder, I'm putting a link to the article here for you to chase down at the website and print off, ready to use when you next get a challenging retail property. Thanks for listening. I'll catch you in the next program. And so that was the program for you today. Some ideas there that you can use in commercial real estate. Of course, visit our website frequently because we're always sharing ideas there as well about commercial, industrial and retail property, sales, leasing or property management. The website to contact us is commercial-realestate-training.com. And whilst you're there, sign up with our community online so that we can send you more details, templates, tips, checklists, all of those things, plus more, to help you thrive and grow as a real estate agent in your location. So today's program, you will have had some ideas there that you can implement in your location. Remember that commercial real estate is all about people, conversations and connections. Enjoy the momentum and I'll catch you in the next program.